Silver chain necklace stops a bullet.
Pringles thief told police, once you pop, you can't stop.
Rare Boba Fett action figure sells for a record amount.
And Ohio arcade owner has the largest collection of pinball machines. All this and more coming up on the Talking Gruse.
The Gruse.
Because I don't know how you could get down that center aisle with that, when they're bringing that cart down.
Yeah.
Unless he jumped over the flight attendant and like teabagged him while he was going over.
The co-host, better known as Rich.
To less than 1 second. While Greg attempts to nose his keyboard.
Yeah, that didn't work. Maybe if I took the hat off, it would. I
Follow your nose, Toucan Sam. Shoutery has
The Talking Gruse, bringing you the less serious side of the news. Brought to you from the Rocket Courier Studios in Tempe, Arizona. Now, your host, The Gruse.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Talking Gruse. Hey, how you doing today, co-host?
Good. It's been a long day, but
Oh my
we're
God,
here.
yeah, long day is an understatement. It's taken every ounce of my being to be able to sit here and inflict my knowledge upon everybody.
Yeah, it's been a long day for me too, but at least I wasn't all the way up to Payson and back.
Yeah, I had to go take a little bit of a drive, but with that being said, you've watched C-SPAN before, right?
On occasion.
Okay, but it's always usually really boring. You just see the representatives and the senators just voting on stuff, and they're not really it's nothing really that I want to I could really get into, I guess you can say, unless it's something like very important, but not like it's really important.
Yeah, then you bring your kid along and
bring your kid over to the session, and this is what you get.
Yeah, my son James, I could see him doing this a few years ago when he was 6. But want to play the video first?
Yeah, let's go ahead and cut to the video here, guys, and then we'll get to the story.
Using the justice system to engage in a politically driven prosecution and now conviction of a major political party nominee running for president, especially on the charges brought against Donald Trump, should gravely concern every member of this body as well as every American across our country, whether they be Republican or Democrat, for Donald Trump or against him. Regardless of one's opinion of the current Republican nominee, we'd be well served to remember the long and cherished tradition we have in this country of settling our political differences at the ballot box. For nearly 2.5 centuries, our nation's elected leaders have properly resisted the temptation to oppose their political rivals through the weaponization of our justice system. Equal justice for all. And an overall trust in our justice system is fundamental to who we are as Americans. And those who would destroy that hard-earned trust just to score cheap political points should be held accountable.
Now, I got to say, the look on that kid's face is exactly how I feel when I watch C-SPAN.
He's the only one in that chamber having any fun at all.
Exactly. I mean, I would love to do this, but unfortunately, I'd have to sit up in the gallery. I mean, it's like bring your kid to work day or something,
Right.
Go on with the story.
So must be summer break or something for this kid. But Congressman, he's delivering his remarks on the House floor. He was upstaged by his own 6-year-old son, who decided to show off his funny faces for the cameras. The clip that we just broadcast and shared to the network's social media channel shows Representative John Rose, a Republican from Tennessee, delivering remarks about President Trump's recent conviction while his son Guy sits behind him.
Maybe
And
his son isn't a Trump supporter.
guy is a funny guy. He appears to spot the C-SPAN camera and first smiles before launching into a series of funny expressions, including sticking out his tongue, rolling his eyes, and shaking his head. This is what I get for telling my son Guy to smile at the camera for his little brother, the congressman wrote on social media. Yeah, I could see James doing that.
Yeah, he did a little more than smile for the camera. I mean, it's
He stole the show.
yeah, he really upstaged the representative.
C-SPAN's highest ratings in 20 years.
Yeah, and they all come from the internet, not from viewership. You know, when I was a kid, I remember
Star Wars figures?
Star Wars figures, yeah. But I remember when they had on their, mail away to Kenner, who isn't around anymore.
That was a big thing because they couldn't actually get them out by Christmas, so they had to have.
No, that was something different. That was I don't remember. It was something different. But Boba Fett. That was
the Kenner on the
but that was Star Wars.
That
was Star Wars. That was the Episode 4 stuff.
Oh, this is okay.
This is Boba Fett from Episode 2, or not 2, but
5.
For 5.
Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah, you're dead to me.
My favorite.
You're dead to me. But I remember they would have on the back of the little package. They would have they had the mail like $3.50 for postage and handling and like 1,000,001 extra points or whatever it was they had on there. And I remember doing this as a kid. Now, back then we didn't, Mom didn't write us a check. We actually taped $3.50 and change onto a piece of paper and to get our Boba Fett. And I remember we got a letter in the mail. I got a letter that said, due to production issues or something, Boba Fett will be delayed. Well, here is why Boba Fett was delayed, everybody.
Yep. So, first of all, this Boba Fett figure has been sold for a record-breaking $525,000.
There's a picture of the Boba Fett character.
So
he looks like the regular Boba Fett. I mean,
yeah.
But he has that special feature.
Yes. Heritage Auctions has announced the action figure is now the world's most valuable vintage toy after fetching the massive sum of $525,000, which includes the buyer's premium, at the May 31st Star Wars Signature Auction. Why didn't they have it on May the 4th?
Oh, that's wow.
Deep, inquiring minds want to know.
Deep thoughts from the co-host, folks.
The action figure took the record from a Barbie bearing a 1-carat diamond that sold for $302,000 in 2010. The hand-painted rocket-firing bounty hunter is one of only 2 surviving examples made for Kenner's line of Star Wars toys in the 1970s. The Boba Fett figures were pulled from the production line before making it to market. The rocket-firing Boba Fett action figure...
You'll shoot your eye out.
Yeah. No, the kids are going to swallow that.
Shoot your eye out.
The action figure long ago became such a mythic icon that people worldwide knew about it, even if they didn't collect anything at all, said Heritage Auctions Vice President Joe Madalena. We knew this one had a chance to enter the record books, and it was thrilling to see it become the most valuable toy in the world. A different Boba Fett toy, released in 1979, sold for $84,375, also in the May 31st auction.
Why can't I have any of my toys that would be worth that amount?
I know. If I would have kept my original Star Wars figures, I'd probably be a millionaire by now.
Yeah, but you would have had to keep them in the package, though.
Screw that.
Yeah.
The figure that was still sealed in its original packaging for $84,000 was given a 95 grade by the Action Figure Authority. That'd be a fun one to work for.
Oh, that would be a blast.
Yeah.
Or like Overstreet or some of the guys that do the comic book grading.
Yeah.
That would be
baseball card grading.
That would be really fun. I mean, really fun.
Talk about never growing up and being able to do your
thing. Yeah. I mean, be a kid forever. I remember a few episodes back we had talked about people stealing stuff, and we had a couple talking about shoplifting in grocery stores, and I don't remember what the story was,
Shrink.
but yeah, shrink. But it of things that are being stolen. This is this is one I would not have stopped the guy for, just because.
Yeah. So a Pringles thief told police, "Once you pop, you can't stop." After his arrest over a series of robberies, Adam Spencer is his name, and he stole 17 tubes of Pringles in one go during his thieving spree in April and May in Sutton in Ashfield, Nottinghamshire.
I love those names.
I
love those English cities, the names.
Was he robbing Pringles from the rich and giving them to the poor?
Probably.
Spencer was spotted on Tuesday by police officers on patrol in the area who identified him as the suspect they had been looking for over a series of
Now,
burglaries
my
and
question is,
shop
did
thefts.
he have a big mustache like the Pringles guy?
And did he have the fever for the flavor of a Pringles?
Oh.
Spencer fled on his bicycle as police tried to arrest him, but was caught by officers chasing him on foot. Wow, he must not have been going very fast.
Yeah, he could
on
have
his
been
bicycle.
that reminds me of an episode of Cops once. The bicycle cop had only one real leg. The other one was a prosthetic, and he actually caught the bad guy before the cops with two natural legs.
Is he like the Bionic Man?
That's what
or
I'm
something?
thinking.
Yeah,
You know,
$6 million.
Steve Austin, we needed to call him. Officer Austin.
Two of the robberies he was wanted for happened on the same morning in the same Iceland shop. After breaking in through a back door at 2:40, Iceland. I thought this was Nottinghamshire.
Yeah, maybe.
But he on 2:40 a.m. on May 2nd and stealing meat products. He returned at about 4:20 a.m. and stole more than 300 pounds worth of stock.
Is that a roast in your pants, or are you just happy to see me?
No, man, that's a tube of Pringles. He also stole from 3 other shops in the area, first targeting a Tesco on 11th of April, and then Asda and Iceland. Oh, Iceland's a shop, not Iceland, the country.
Okay.
On
Tesco is here in the U.S. Tesco was better known as Fresh and Easy.
Yeah, good food, but failed experiment.
There's a picture of him, the security cam picture of him going down the aisle. My question is, it looks, if you look at that picture, it looks like the store must have been closed or something, because they got the curtains pulled down over the coolers. So my question, why is he
How did
still
he get in there?
Yeah, how did
Yeah.
he get in the store?
Why aren't the alarms blaring, even though
Yeah.
that's just a picture, so you don't know?
I mean, we don't know what's going on there, but
That
yeah,
reminds me of when I worked at Fry's.
wait.
Hold on.
everybody. Oh, this isn't
it's
a
not
rich
a-
younger senior
No,
story.
no, this
Oh,
is
okay.
this is a me story. When I used to work at Fry's in Chandler, almost School and Elliott, but Fry's
Okay.
37. We once stopped. Not we. I was kind of there, but there was a guy that used to what was it, undercover.
Yeah, loss prevention.
Yeah, and he would look through the dairy cooler while I was back there stocking, and he would a lot of times he would catch people just doing small stuff, or he'd walk around the store with a basket
Yeah.
of stuff, and So anyway, he saw this guy who had this cart just stuffed. He had like beer on one side, like at the time it was like a 24 or 32 or whatever
Okay.
case of beer, and I think he might have even had one on each side, so you couldn't see into the
Yeah.
basket. And he says, "This guy's gonna make a run for it. Watch." And sure enough, this guy goes to the front door of the store, and at the time there was only one entry and exit at that store. And
I think there still is.
yeah, that same one.
I don't know. I haven't been out that way in forever.
The guy darted out the door with this thing, but this guy was waiting for him, and he let enough people in the store know that eventually they tackled him and got him. No chokeholds like Smitty's where they killed a dude, but
Yeah, very few people watching.
no criminals
this.
were harmed during this episode. But
Anyways, go on with the story here.
so that's what this reminds me of. That guy just darting out the door with a huge cart full of stuff. He probably had $100 to $200 worth of groceries in that cart.
Everybody, we're bringing you memories of the co-host. Go on
Do
there.
you have like the little wavy sound, visual effects?
We probably could do it if we had to. So, anyways,
And-
go
and
on
from-
with the rest of the story. There, they
Oh.
tell how much he stole from
Oh,
the
I
stores.
missed that.
Yeah.
I
Once
missed
again.
that.
So, anyways, he stole 300 pounds worth.
It said that
300-pound dollar. Oh, you said that already?
Yeah.
No, I don't listen to you like normal.
That's okay. I don't listen to you, kind of like my girlfriend. So, Jessica, love you, babe.
Yeah. So that equates out to almost $380 in Pringles.
Can't fight the fever for the flavor of a Pringles. So
Yeah.
from
So
my
once again,
former career
yeah.
as a grocery store employee to my current I don't know if you'd call it a career.
Business venture.
My business venture as a delivery.
So what I
company
got to
owner.
ask you, where is the strangest place you have ever put a package? Had to put a package?
I've had to go around like backyards before. People have had like they have like a drop box or something in the front of their house.
Okay.
I've had some
All
weird
right.
stuff, and I've delivered lots of, I've delivered different types of animal reproductive materials.
Cat heads.
Yeah, cat heads.
Oh no, that was me.
Oh right. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, cat heads. I've delivered whole dead animals before. I decided I was never doing.
Well,
that
this
again after the first
this
time.
next item, go onto the store here. Looks like a dead animal.
Yeah. If you see the picture on there, it does look like it's some kind of piece of meat that's all chewed up.
It does.
But
It does.
it's actually a dress.
Let's go ahead and show you guys. Here it is.
It's actually a dress.
Okay.
And so a delivery company called Yodel apologizes after a woman finds a parcel she ordered 2 years ago while gardening. Meg Johnson, 30.
I wonder if they took a picture of it and said it was there, and she just.
Well, I don't know. This was delivered in 2022. Yeah, we were taking pictures already, and we were just doing kind of what Amazon and FedEx all do now. But at the time, she could not find a trace of it when she got it in 2022, and obviously, dude didn't take a picture at the front door for security purposes.
Maybe in
Yeah.
England they didn't.
He was a one and done delivery guy. He didn't make the cut. So the Yodel delivery company has apologized to Meg Johnson, who says she was told the package containing a dress had been delivered in 2022, but she could find no trace of it at the time. And then all of a sudden she found it in a raised bed at the bottom of her garden in, I'm not sure, Rhondda Canyon, Taff, South Wales. Rhondda, I don't know if there's
So
a missing
basically,
letter.
you have hard names of cities to pronounce today instead of hard names of people.
Yeah, we'll go with that. When she was doing some much needed weeding, but the dress was now decomposed and ruined. I never heard of a decomposed dress
It
before.
was mulch now.
Yeah. I've never heard of a decomposed dress before. I've heard of a never mind, we won't go there, Bill Clinton.
Yeah.
She Mrs. Johnson said she believes the parcel was slung over the garden wall by the courier. Yeah, instant fire anybody who works for me. Upon
He's a cold-hearted slave. Look into his eyes.
I'm the best boss ever. Upon further inspection, I see it's the dress I ordered 2 years ago, she said. The bag has been torn open where I can only assume wildlife have been at it, and the dress itself was wet, covered in soil, home to a lot of bugs, and pretty much totally decomposed, which is why it looked like
Mulch.
meat. Yeah.
Mulch.
Mrs. Johnson,
Mulch.
who's recovering from heart surgery, she's 30 and she had heart surgery, was so disappointed with the service.
Mulch. Go on. I won't.
Are we done?
I'm not going to interrupt you.
She said she contacted the courier company at the time, but said the item had been marked as delivered on there and it could do nothing about it. Yeah, wouldn't happen with me. She's contacted Yodel since she discovered it. She said she emailed the complaints an email address for Yodel and had just a very generic response, basically saying they can't do anything as they only keep records for 3 months. Again, I have records going back to the beginning of my company, thank you. Yodel, you're fired. You're fired.
Oh yeah, Yodel is a UK parcel courier and delivery service.
Yeah, it's probably like UPS or something, but
not Amazon.
A Yodel spokesperson has apologized to Miss Johnson. The safe delivery of parcels is our #1 priority, and we are sorry that Miss Johnson's experience did not meet the high standards we strive for.
Hey, they came to work today.
Yeah. We would encourage anyone expecting a delivery to share a safe space exclusively via our app, where we also have introduced access to proof of delivery images. But not 2 years ago.
Yeah, I mean...
Sorry, Yodel, but you get a big... Well, yeah, boo and a...
Oh, there we go.
There
we go.
This next one... I don't know why.
So, yeah, I mean, we've heard, there's stories out there about, like, I think it was Teddy Roosevelt had or some president years and years and years ago, there was an attempted assassination, and their speech in their pocket slowed down the bullet. And it didn't kill him. I think it was Teddy Roosevelt.
I've seen a movie once where there was a cigarette case.
Yeah. And once again, stuff like that actually happens.
Right.
And here is actual proof that it has happened. I mean,
this is proof that Mr. T is probably bulletproof.
This is hey.
The necklace saves a man's life after stopping a bullet from going into his neck, say police. The .22 caliber bullet became lodged in the silver chain around the victim's neck. It left the unnamed man with only a puncture wound. So, I've heard of a silver bullet, but a silver necklace stopping a bullet? That's new. Man's life was likely saved after a thick chain necklace prevented a bullet from going into his neck. I pity the fool. Don't shoot my necklace. The shooting happened during an argument.
The necklace was made of melted down Lone Ranger bullets.
Right.
That's why it's a silver net. That's why it stopped the bullet.
The shooting happened during an argument, said police in the U.S. state of Colorado, just north of us. The .22 caliber bullet became lodged in the silver chain around the victim's neck. It left the unnamed man with only a puncture wound from last Tuesday's attack.
You know, if I was that guy, I would have gone out and bought a lottery ticket after I got out of the hospital.
Oh, heck yeah.
I would have gone and took a trip to Vegas or something.
Found some penny stocks to invest in.
Yeah, there's a picture of the necklace, everybody. I mean,
I don't know if that picture does it justice. It doesn't look that big, but it's got to be bigger than it looks.
It's a thick necklace,
yeah.
But I mean, it's not like huge. I mean, it's a thick necklace. You can tell just by looking at it. But I'm just floored that it actually was able to stop the bullet. What was it say in the article what the caliber of the bullet was?
.22.
22. Well, that's why.
Officers in Commerce City near Denver released photos of the bloodied chain and said in a Facebook post, "We'd say he really dodged a bullet, but in reality, he lodged a bullet." The silver chain, approximately 10 millimeters in width, is likely the only reason a victim of the shooting that we responded to yesterday is still alive. The suspected gunman, who was also not identified, was arrested at the scene and charged with attempted murder.
And I would charge him with property damage, too.
I know, right? Silver's going up there in value right now.
Yeah, exactly. So you've gone to, have you ever gone to Arizona?
I have not, but I'm pretty sure that I know my ex-wife Tammy used to like to go to stuff like that.
Well, Arizona is really cool. You can drive through and you can see the bears and the wildlife out in nature doing their thing.
Do they ask you if you have a picnic basket?
No, not that I know. But in Texas, there's a wildlife place out there, that I guess you drive through, and this latest this one. I mean, why would you? Why, if you're going to a wildlife preserve, would you sit in the back of a truck? You know, I
It's like going through Jurassic Park in the Jeep or something.
yeah, something like that. Let's go ahead and let's do this. Before we go on this story, let's go ahead and get over here to the video of this really quick. This video is hilarious. I'm floored by it. So. Yeah, that was classic. That was.
I wouldn't have been too happy if it was my kid, but
then
again, I wouldn't have had my
my
kid
kid
in an
in the open bed of a pickup. So go ahead and go on here with this.
So, a giraffe has picked up a toddler at a safari park. Not really a big story, but the father told the local media that his daughter was trying to feed the animal and had accidentally grabbed her top instead. Yeah, it's a good thing she wasn't, like in a bikini or something, and about 21,
That would be a little bit, yeah. There you go.
And it grabbed her by the top again, lifting her out of the vehicle, and nobody was injured in the incident. So it was a 2-year-old. I'm sure she was probably scared to death, and she'll never want to go near giraffes again as long as she.
I like giraffes. They're
interesting.
They're very peaceful animals, but just don't piss them off. I mean, you can go up to a giraffe with a handful of food and it'll eat it out of your hand without even.
I've never been one for letting animals eat anything out of my hand because I like to keep my hand attached.
They eat plants most of the time, so they'll be okay.
I know.
They're not carnivorous,
So,
but they do have a 2-foot heart.
like somewhere in between there.
Well, how do you expect it? How do you expect them to get blood to their head?
I have no idea.
That's why their heart's 2 feet long. I mean, no joke. Serious. I'm not trying to be a cynic here like I normally am. I'm trying to educate everybody out there on some of the wildlife operations. Yeah, there we go. Anyways, so last episode we had a bear stealing Oreos.
Yep, not quite as interesting, but
and that was very fast. Oh, and chocolate cake. He went after both. Oreo went after both Oreos and chocolate cake.
it's my kind of bear.
Yeah, does it look like I missed many times of eating Oreos and chocolate cake? Mm-hmm.
So
California, we got more bear stuff here.
Too bad he's not in Big Bear.
Well,
A California man washing the dishes in his kitchen found himself interrupted by a trespassing bear, and he caught the encounter on camera.
yeah. So let's do this. Let's go ahead and go over to. It's a clip of the news story from KCAL News. It's the CBS affiliate in Los Angeles. So let's go over to that, and you guys can go ahead and see what the what exactly happened. Here we go.
Hello? Are you nice?
A 300-pound bear walked into Jason Whiteman's kitchen Tuesday evening.
You're in my house. Get out of my house.
Just try to stay calm. I don't even remember what I was saying.
Whiteman lives in Sierra Madre, where we've covered plenty of bear sightings in recent years.
Well, I see them in my front yard, but I've never seen one. They came from the backside.
Okay.
Jason Whiteman said he was washing dishes at his Sierra Madre home when he looked to the side and he saw a bear in his doorway. He posted the video to Facebook showing the encounter. "Hello, are you nice?" Whiteman says in the video. "You're in my house. Get out of my house." That's probably not what I would say if I saw a bear.
I would say, what do you want? I got Oreos in the
I know.
pantry for
Got
you.
Oreos over there, chocolate cake over there. Just don't eat me.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Are you Santa Bear?
No. Whiteman says bears are common in his area, but he was stunned to see one inside his house. He doesn't remember what he was saying. It just happened so fast, and there was a bear in my kitchen.
What he was saying, I would have been saying, "Oh shit."
Yeah.
I saw a bear in my kitchen.
The bear left without incident.
Well, if I saw a bear in my kitchen, I'd be like, "What the hell is this bear doing in my kitchen?" I don't live anywhere near bears.
I know. Grab my gun. There were 370 recorded bear sightings in Sierra Madre in 2023, with 70 incidents involving a bear entering a home. The deputy city manager, Laura Aguilar, said there have been more than 100 bear sightings so far this year, but only 3 reports of the animals entering homes. Oreos, chocolate cake, and
dishes.
Strange guys doing dishes.
The bear wanted to come in and help. Maybe he ate cake on that dish earlier. I mean,
yeah, he was like, "Okay, you fed me. I'll
help clean up.
Yeah, I'll do some chores." So, anyway,
and then, so there was another. Then on top of that, in the same week, there was another bear sighting
in California,
but this one actually is.
This is Sierra Madre too.
Yeah, they broke in. I mean, just like Oreo did. But yeah, go on there. Let's go on with this here.
So authorities in California said a single bear was responsible for 5 break-ins in a 2-hour period, and one of the homes was occupied at the time. Must have been a hungry bear.
Bad bears, what you gonna do when they come for you? Bad bears, bad bears.
The Sierra Madre Police Department confirmed officers responded Thursday to a northeastern neighborhood where a bear had broken into 4 homes and a garage between 12:30
There's a
and
picture of
2:15.
one of the bears that was running around. Okay, go on.
They're going to call him Garage since he went into a garage? He wanted to be part of the band.
He could be trying to be like like the raccoons,
Oh, yeah, true. Go in McDonald's and run around on the floor.
Well, no, but raccoons stole DoorDash.
Oh, right. One of the homes was occupied at the time of the break-in, but the woman locked herself in a bedroom until the animal left and was not
Folks, how
injured.
quickly he forgets.
I'm old. Homeowner Lori DeVault said her neighbor captured video when the Bruin broke through her screen door. It was a very polite bear, she told KNBC TV. Just opened up the freezer and took my packaged chicken. Couldn't find any Oreos. She wasn't in.
But here's what amazes me about these bears. And now Oreo went and opened the refrigerator up and got chocolate cake out. This fella opens up the freezer, gets a pack of chicken out. Where are they learning this?
Yeah, these are highly evolved bears in Sierra Madre.
They are. They have to be. These bears are like, hey, they're watching instructional videos on YouTube.
Yeah, right. Bear puts his glasses on and says, "Okay, first you put your hand on the door. Watch the nails." So DeVault said the bear dropped the frozen chicken nearby, which the police returned to her. I would have been like, "Here, you keep the chicken, bear."
Yeah, I would have given the chicken back to the bear.
Yeah,
called it good. But done. The end.
So they could have used the bear in Philly on this.
They
next
could have,
story.
yeah. I mean, we go from our last episode talking about meat of a different kind to this type of meat
and cheese wheels.
Yes. Go ahead.
So in Philly here, meats and cheeses were left dangling from a greased pole for nearly a month. It was after the organizer of a Philadelphia festival said they're working on a plan to remove these meats and cheeses that were left dangling from a greased pole.
A greased pole.
A greased pole. That never sounds like a.
That never sounds like it's a good. That's not a good start to any story. Hey, we got
dangling meats from a greased pole, or maybe. So the Italian Market Festival has a tradition of dangling Italian meats and cheeses. I'll take a nice formaggio there. From a greased pole for visitors to attempt to climb and claim the prizes. But this year's event left the dangling foods unclaimed. Just,
There's there's a picture of the meat hanging from the greased pole. Oh, with the cheese also.
You need those, like, you remember when we worked at Smith's back in the day and they had those long poles to change the lights with?
Yeah, I do vaguely.
Need something like that to
I was
grab
going
those
to say,
off the
they
pole.
look like piñatas almost.
I was going to
and
say, I
just sit
ain't
there.
climbing no greased pole to get a little ball of
Anyways,
cheese.
let's find out why. Why do they grease their poles and hang meat from them?
I don't know, but we'll find out. Organizers said a crane was brought the last day of the festival to remove the leftover prizes. I guess it's a contest who can get up the greased pole the fastest without smashing his ass into the guy underneath him. But the weather conditions led to a surge of visitors late in the day that prevented the removal from going forward as planned. The sacks of meat. Meat sack. That sounds familiar.
Meat sack.
The sacks of meat and cheese have been dangling from the pole for nearly a month amid hot and humid temperatures, leading to fears that the items will rot. But the visitors to the site said they've not yet detected any noxious odors. Let's not have a taste test. Yeah. Festival organizers said they're working on plans to get another crane to visit the Italian market to remove the meats and cheeses, but they said it'll be a difficult process.
Limburger.
The market is often extremely crowded.
Yeah, I
Get Rocky out there.
Yeah, Rocky could have boxed it down. If we used
Right.
it as like punching bag, just sat there, and then we would have heard like "Eye of the Tiger" playing or something.
All right.
Now I know you don't like spicy food.
No, but I have kids and stepkids who do.
I love spicy food.
When I saw the packaging here, have you ever seen those chips Takis?
Yeah, that's what it makes me think of.
Yeah, my daughter loves those. And congrats, Brianna. I now have a granddaughter named Emerald Antoinette Younger Barnes. That's a mouthful. But, yeah.
That's exactly what that was. Yes.
So,
wow. You're
grandkid number 2.
Yeah. Wow. Well, congratulations, but that's going to be a hell for that poor child.
They're just going to call her Emmy.
No, but think about it. I mean, so what's her name again?
Emerald Antoinette Younger Barnes.
That's 4 names, people. Think about that. Most of the little slips.
She could be on a sitcom. That's most of them have 4 names.
But think about this. You I don't think there's enough room on the birth certificate. You got to like print in like microscopic.
It's like those football players with hyphenated last names now that don't fit on the back of their jersey.
Yeah, like Gonzalez Ramirez or something. I mean,
yeah. So, a Buldak ramen noodle products from South Korean company Samyang have been recalled in Denmark for being too spicy.
Damn them Danish.
Yeah, ain't gonna happen here, but this is Phoenix. So the Danish Veterinary and Food Administration, I don't know.
How do you mix veterinary and food? This is okay, so it's South Korea.
But it's Danish, whatever. It's Denmark. Something's rotten in Denmark. Oh wait, no, that was Philadelphia. The Danish Veterinary and Food Administration announced on its website that it is recalling Samyang's Buldak 3 times spicy hot chicken, 2 times spicy hot chicken, and hot chicken stew ramen noodle products. The recall was attributed to the high levels of capsaicin. I remember when they used to put that in like the muscle rubs.
Oh, well, they put it in like pepper spray, capsaicin.
Oh, okay.
That too, yeah.
But my neighbor that we donned Naked Bob that used to be next door to us that was a massage therapist.
I don't want to know anything about Naked Bob.
He used some kind of pepper lotion or something on his patients. But so capsaicin is the chili pepper extract that gives the noodles their spicy flavor. The Technical University of Denmark Food Institute assesses that the levels of total capsaicin in a single pack of all 3 noodle products are so high that they pose a risk that the consumer develops acute poisoning. Man, I'm not a spicy food guy, but the Danes sound like they're a bunch of
weenies.
Yeah.
You know, did you ever hear about I think it's Packy or Pakwai chips? They're no longer being produced. But anyways, about a couple years back, they had, I believe it was around the holidays, they sent all the grocery stores out that carried their product. They sent these shippers out of, they called it the One Chip Challenge. And it was a one chip seasoned with ghost peppers. No, not ghost pepper.
You know what else it reminds me of?
God, what was it? It wasn't ghost peppers. It was
probably habanero.
No. It was hotter than that.
Oh, because that's what we used to have. 2 different sauces at Sunset Pizza. It was 5 Alarm and 10 Alarm, and 10 Alarm were the ones that you didn't want to eat without being near a bathroom. We'll just say that.
Let's see here. The One Chip
Challenge death.
Yeah, people died from it.
It's kind of like the Hold Your Wee contest.
Let me see here.
They gotta stop having these silly contests.
Oh, it was a Carolina Reaper pepper.
Never heard of a Carolina Reaper before.
Yeah, it's I did it.
You're still here.
I ate that one chip, but my God, I'll tell you, I drank a lot of whole milk after that. Oh, pretty much. Anyways, here's a picture of the packages of the product, guys. It's look for it at your local Asian food market or something.
Yeah, Samyang released a statement to the BBC indicating that it stands behind its products, and I'm sure that if nobody else got sick over them, the Danes will be fine. But we understand.
Well, after you eat that, you don't want to stand behind anybody.
Right. Or we don't want to stand behind who ate it.
Yeah, exactly.
We understand that the Danish Food Authority recalled the products not because of a problem in their quality, but because they were too spicy. Where's the crying babies one?
I wish we had one. Yeah.
The products are being exported globally, but this is the first time they've been recalled for that reason. The company said it will closely look into the local regulations regarding food sold in Denmark before deciding on its next course of action in the country. Buldak Ramen 3 times spicy, the hottest noodles in the product line, had a spiciness rating of 13,000 Scoville heat units.
Oh, wow.
A jalapeno pepper has a rating of 4 to 8,000 SHU.
Yeah, it's Scoville heat units.
I never heard of Scoville heat units.
It's how they measure the heat of a pepper.
I've had some.
So you see,
Scoville
everybody once again
units come out of my posterior.
Once again, yeah, it's like that scene from Born in East LA. Come on, ice cream! Come on, ice cream! Everybody, maybe if I can find a package of this stuff, I might actually consume some of it,
and I'll watch him,
and you'll watch me, and we'll have a gallon of whole milk sitting right next to us.
There's a refrigerator right next to me here, not in the camera. We'll fill it with milk just for Greg.
Yeah, I want a whole fridge of it. All right, everybody. Well, with that. I think it's time that we move on to our Strange World Records. We got a lot of good ones this week. This episode, I would say there's some very, very interesting ones.
A couple of them locally here too.
Yeah, a couple local world records. So, anyways, everybody, with that, let's go ahead and go on to Strange World Records. All right, well, we're back here with some Strange World Records like we do every episode. We always have some good ones.
Today we've got a few One's local, one's
Actually,
semi-local.
well, they're both local. They're Arizona. I mean, it's going to be local. So,
This
anyways,
first
let's go ahead and go. The Phoenix Zoo. We've been there a number of times in our life. I've been there. I love the Phoenix Zoo. It's actually rather nice.
Field trips and
when it's not 800 degrees outside, the Phoenix Zoo is actually very nice.
Yeah, I haven't been in a while. I've delivered there, but I have not actually been inside the zoo in a long time. Probably the last time was, I'm guessing about 20-some years ago. But I always liked going there on field trips as a kid.
Yeah, the Phoenix Zoo, like I said, it was always a nice zoo. It was well laid out. It was it looked good. I mean, the whole deal. It was a great place to go. I love it. So, anyways, let's go on with what now has happened at the Phoenix Zoo.
So a mandrill, which I didn't know what it was, but for those of you who were wondering as well, a mandrill is a type of monkey. So a mandrill monkey living at the Phoenix Zoo in Arizona has been confirmed as the oldest mandrill in the world at the age of 37. The female mandrill named Nikki was born...
And there's a picture of Nikki, folks.
Oh, nice.
What, she's your type or something?
No, she's looking pretty good for her age, though.
Only 37.
Yep. The female mandrill named Nikki was born in the Oregon Zoo.
We're 50-year-old apes.
Yeah. We've got to be hitting Guinness World Records for something just by reaching 50.
Yeah, well, there you have it.
She was born in the Oregon Zoo on January 13th, 1987, and has lived at the Phoenix Zoo for the last 6 years. She,
Well, once again, it's that whole connection of the Northwest to Phoenix. Have you ever noticed that? There are a lot of people here in Phoenix that are from the Northwest.
Except my son, who moved from here to the Northwest.
Hi,
Richie.
I don't know what his problem is.
So, zoo officials told the Guinness World Records that...
Oh, you wanted to get as far away from your dad as you could.
No. I'm not going to.
Go on with Nikki.
Yeah, Nikki is more than twice the 18.3-year median life expectancy of a mandrill, the world's largest species of monkey. Her half-sister Victoria also had a long life before she died at the age of 35 in April of 2022.
COVID got her.
Right?
She
got the Rona.
It was 22, sorry, not 20.
It was the, what was the last variant?
I don't, go on.
The Delta variant. The two monkeys were brought to Arizona from Oregon in the hopes that the climate would better suit their health in old age. Where they give them golf carts and move them to Sun City.
You went this whole episode without snorting.
And now I just did. I think it helps not having harsh winters as the cold is hard on the joints. Nikki's caretaker told the Guinness World Records.
It's hard on my joints.
Yeah. Her mandrill
During the winter, I wake up and I look like a freaking robot. I'm like walking like C-3PO.
I got Mr. Her mandrill companions are also very laid back. Oh, wait. Now you made me... I think it helps not having harsh winters as the cold is hard on the joints. Nikki's caretaker told Guinness World Records her mandrill companions are also very laid back and she has adapted a good routine. I don't know what a good mandrill routine is.
What would a good mandrill routine be?
She do yoga in the morning.
Does she go to bed early or something?
Just take her fiber in the middle of the day.
Early to bed, early to rise makes a mandrill healthy, wealthy, and wise.
Something like that. Nikki, she ate her grape nuts. That's it. Nikki has now been certified as the oldest living mandrill.
So hold on before
in
you
captivity.
Finish. Okay, so grape nuts. I've always called them grape rocks.
Yeah.
But you take like your regular 18-ounce package or whatever of grape nuts, and you go and you get another 18-ounce package or whatever of another cereal. Okay. They technically should weigh the same, correct?
Correct.
But the grape nuts
are always heavier.
Yeah, the grape nuts weigh they're like a brick.
I remember that. Like, okay, stuck in the Lucky Charms, stuck in the grape nuts.
Yeah, the grape nuts, you're going to like pull your groin out or something.
Back to Nikki.
Go ahead, come on.
She's now been certified as the oldest living mandrill in captivity. Guinness World Records said the oldest mandrill on record was a female who was confirmed to be 40 years old at the Dallas Zoo in 2004. Doesn't say what her name was or when she left her earthly body.
Well, there you go, folks. But yeah, once again, from Phoenix. That's a hometown story right there.
Wouldn't they name her maybe Barbara Mandrill?
Nope.
That's a 70s, 80s person joke.
Yeah. So, then we also go on. So last week we ended our episode talking about a guy streaking down an airplane. We talked about people chasing the cheese wheel. Mm-hmm. And then people in penis costumes in a Spanish city.
It was an entertaining episode, folks.
It was. Look it up, episode 12. But this we get even more. I mean, once again though, so we're gonna take a field trip. We're gonna have to go to the Phoenix Zoo when it cools off, and go see Nikki. Yeah, go say hi to Nikki, and then we're gonna take a trip up to Williams, Arizona.
We're a thin top. See if the giraffes want to like snag us by the top.
Yeah, there you go.
So up in Williams. Williams is we were talking about this. We believe it's the last city on the way up to the Grand Canyon. So you're on your way up to the Grand Canyon, but first you get to see some.
You can stop and see this.
The world's largest coprolite collection.
Okay, before you go on there, coprolite, I think is how it's pronounced. Let's go on to watching this video from Guinness World Records and the guy who's doing this. And no, it's not Indiana Jones, even though he probably wishes he was, and he looks like it. So here we go to the video.
Hello, my name is George Franson, and I have the largest collection of coprolites. What is coprolite? Fossilized poop. This coprolite right here is named Precious. This is the largest true-to-form coprolite ever discovered. Why I say true to form is because it still carries the original form from when it was made 20 million years ago. The maker made it, it had a soft landing in the muck and murk of some swamp and became fossilized. Very few even get close to this size. That's why it's named Precious. This collection started when I was 18 in college. I was told to make a fossil collection for a paleontology class I was taking. I came across a coprolite and I thought it was the neatest thing in the whole world. And since then, I've collected a little bit more and a little bit more, a little bit more. 18 years later, when my house started becoming filled with fossilized feces, I thought, this might be something more than just a big collection. This might be the world's largest collection of coprolite. What got me interested in finding and collecting coprolites is the story they tell of prehistoric life and ecosystems. No other fossils can tell you so much as coprolites can. Inside these coprolites, you can find inclusions, which are bits and pieces of plants and animals and bones and scales, sometimes teeth. Their shape can tell you about the animal that made it. Coprolites can be found all over the place, on beaches, in deserts, in mountains, even in rivers. In the southeast United States, many of the coprolites are found in deep, dark, murky rivers filled with fish and alligators and other scary stuff that can kill you. Kids love seeing the coprolites. The big question they always have is, are they soft? Do they smell? Coprolites are hard as a rock. They've been mineralized, and they don't smell. Coprolites can range in value from a few dollars to many thousands of dollars. Just a couple years ago, a coprolite was sold at auction for $10,000 in California. What makes a coprolite expensive or valuable is size, distinct impressions, ripples, the classic poo look Anyone looking to beat a Guinness World Records title needs to have passion. Lots of passion for whatever they're doing. Mine is coprolites, fossilized feces. Couldn't be better. Whatever your passion is, you should follow it.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, coprolite, whatever.
Once again, I mean,
Mr. Fransden, I don't envy you.
I would love to go see that, though.
Oh, yeah.
I think it would be very interesting to see, hey, I touched some heat from about...
I was going to say, I'll look at it. I ain't going to be handling it, but...
Well, it's just a stone. All right, go on.
I changed enough diapers in my...
You just said that you got number 2, so you're
grandkid number 2. No,
you're going to be changing number 2.
She came over for a visit the other day, and they're like, "You want to change your diaper?" And I said, "Nope." The owner of the world's largest collection of fossilized poop is now showing off his collection of dino droppings and other ancient waste at his new Pooseum. Yes,
it's a
Pooseum.
Poo
in Arizona.
Museum.
George Franzen, who we just saw in the lovely
Indiana Jones
Pooseum video there, earned the Guinness World Record for the world's largest collection of coprolites, the scientific term for fossilized feces. Say that 10 times fast. In
Indiana Jones and the kingdom of the fossilized feces.
I like it. It would probably be better than the Crystal Skull.
Yeah.
In 2015.
Did I ever tell you that's the only movie I've ever walked out on?
Oh no, I've Eyes Wide Shut.
I watched that all the way through, but not in the theater. So.
Oh God, yeah.
But Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skulls was the only movie that I've actually been in the theaters and got up halfway through it, and I said, "I'm enough." I went, "This is it. No, I can't do this," because I wanted to remember Indiana Jones ending with Indy, Sala, his dad, and Marcus riding off into the sunset,
Have you seen the new one?
Yes, I did. Dial of Destiny. It was actually very good.
Really?
It was a very good way to wrap up the storyline and end it, and it was done very well.
I think we all watched Raiders of the Lost Ark a few times too many on HBO and Showtime growing up.
Oh yeah, and Temple of Doom. And
Temple of Doom, and then what's that?
The Last Crusade.
Last Crusade.
But The Last Crusade was, I remember seeing it in the theaters in high school.
Yeah.
So
I remember didn't the Happy Meals have toys when we worked at
I don't.
Or no, they did movie tickets for it at McDonald's when we worked there. Something like that. Anyway, back to fossilized poop here. Much more important than Indiana Jones.
It's much more important than the Holy Grail.
In 2015, he opened this world's largest collection of coprolites with 1,277 fossils that once graced the digestive tracts of ancient animals. He turned his collection, which now numbers 8,000 pieces. Don't know.
8,000 pieces of poop?
Yeah, I mean, shoot, you can get a Tootsie Roll bag and have just... It'd look much the same, just smaller. Into a virtual exhibit and took the physical coprolites around to various museums. Hey, you want to put my shit on display?
I got some shit to display here, folks.
To various museums as a touring exhibition for years, and he's now opened a permanent Pooseum location in Williams, Arizona.
You can go and see the biggest hole in the ground, and you can go see poo.
Yeah, don't forget to stop off and see the shit on the way to the canyon.
There's some nice shit there.
Yeah. Several years ago, I noticed a glaring absence of coprolite representation in mainstream sources in museum exhibits, so he decided to make his own shitty exhibit. It reminds me of South Park. Shitty Walk. The Pooseum, billed as the world's premier dinosaur poop museum and gift shop, or shit shop, offers free admission to all visitors.
When they're having a bad day at the museum, is it a complete shit show?
No, that's what they present, on Mondays and Tuesdays.
No.
in the Pooseum Theater.
The shit show. It should be called the shit show, and it's a little instructional video about it, about corporalites.
It's like in the Beavis and Butthead movie. How did the poop get so hard? Remember? So he says, our revenue is generated primarily through our dinosaur-themed gift shop, ensuring that access to knowledge and discovery remains unrestricted. You too can have a fake piece of dinosaur poop this big.
Yeah, I think my dog has left poop this big before.
The museum, it's like Jurassic Park. That's a lot of shit. Excuse us for using the S word so many times. You just can't help it when you have a story like this. But the museum owner, who quit his job at a healthcare company earlier this year, moved his family from Florida to Williams to make his dream a reality.
It's not a bad choice to move from Florida to...
Yeah, but when, this is almost like the guy, the sewer guy in England.
Oh, yeah, the Ed Grant, I think was his name, the head of sewer blockages.
He had between his findings in the sewer and this guy's findings of fossilized poop, they could have quite the museum.
Oh, I'm sure they could have quite the interesting conversation, too.
Museum.
I mean,
he became fascinated with fossilized feces at a Utah rock store when he was 18. Yeah, I was...
A rock store... Well, this with fossilized feces would be a rock.
Yeah. What's that brown rock over there? Oh, it's corporeum or whatever.
Corpolite.
Corpolite. There we go. Corporeum. I don't know. Instantly, I found it both hilarious and fascinating, he said. That sparked my curiosity, leading me to learn everything I could about corporalites. As soon as I realized that these particular prehistoric time capsules offer direct insight into the diets, behaviors, and environments of ancient creatures, I just had to have more. So now I have the biggest fossilized poop collection on the planet. Come and see me. Only $9.99 to visit.
I don't know what the admission fee is.
I think it said it was free, and the gift shop is where he makes his money.
Yeah, that's what he said, yeah.
So, anyway, from the world's largest pile of poop, let's go on to something a little more fun.
Yeah, and this is actually pretty cool. I mean, the story is cool about how it happened and what it was. And
those of us who grew up in the arcade age.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah. I mean, and then, but...
Where every mall had an Aladdin's castle and,
You had the nickel palace and it was all nickel video games.
And I still remember going to a place in called Galaxy World in somewhere, Carroll Stream, I think, Illinois. Huge arcade. And then we used to have one here in Tempe when I was little. It was called Starship Fantasy. Anyway. We grew up when arcades were, when it wasn't all, what do they call that one at the mall now?
Shit if I know.
Greg is at a loss. He stopped talking about poop and his brain goes blank.
My brain went to poop right now for the few minutes. But anyways, go on with this story.
The owner of an Ohio arcade was surprised with a Guinness World Record when his daughter secretly counted his collection of 1,041 pinball machines. Rob Burke, owner
of... How many pinball machines?
1,041.
Oh, there we go. You said and 41.
1,041.
No.
1041.
Yeah, 1,041.
Okay.
If there was a decimal point, it'd be and.
No, it'd be 1,000.41.
No, it'd be 1,000.
Anyway, Rob Burke, the owner of Pastimes Arcade in Girard, received confirmation that he holds the world's largest collection of pinball machines after his daughter Riley Burke applied for the record in secret. And we do have a picture there.
Yeah, here, let's go to get a picture up of these two.
Yeah, this is... I like it. I like
There
the
we go.
fact that the old guy's smiling with his daughter there.
That's actually cool. And he got the award. If we want to read on here, he got the award just days after his birthday.
So no, that and to hang that in his arcade's got to be a cool thing.
Oh yeah, no, it has to be.
So Riley Burke enlisted the help of Past Times Arcade employees to catalog the machines, as not all of them were out on the arcade floor. They basically built this contraption where they would open up the game, slide the four legs in it, take the picture, and take them off, Riley Burke told WKBN-TV. I assume that's a local station there in Girard. The teams arrived at a total of 1,041 pinball machines after eliminating all of the duplicates. Riley Burke said she received word that the record was accepted on May 7th, 3 days after her dad's birthday. She presented him with the certificate. Oh, his birthday is May the 4th. May the 4th be with him. She presented him.
Apparently it was. That's why he got the record.
Yeah, and I can still do some easy math. She presented him with the certificate at a party celebrating the arcade's first anniversary. Wow.
Go on.
Only one anniversary? That's got to be, I don't know. That would be a fun field trip if we could make it that far.
Yeah, I don't plan to go to Ohio anytime soon.
Yeah, that'd be like, in Wayne's World. We're in Delaware. I can't hardly believe this. This is a great honor, Rob Burke said. There's so much we all do in our lives. You kind of wonder in the back of your mind, will anyone ever recognize you for what you've done? In that respect, it was a pleasure and a pleasant surprise, and good for him.
Yeah, no, I think it's great. I mean, it's a great birthday gift that he got. It's great that his daughter decided to go and explore this to see if it.
And it was a good surprise.
Yeah, I mean,
dude wasn't expecting it at all. So.
And then once again, every time I'm doing research for the show, and I see a story pop up that says Idaho man.
We always know who it is.
We know who it is. There's only one guy from Idaho who breaks world records, and that would be David Rush.
That's right. This time he has got 2 more records, at least according to at this recording time. So in this one, he moved water by his hands for the Guinness World Record. An Idaho man finally broke the Guinness World Record.
There he is. There he is, moving water by hands, folks.
Wouldn't that be called splashing? An Idaho man finally broke the Guinness World Record for the most water moved by the hands in 30 seconds after attempting and failing to take the title for 5 years. Must be in Idaho. No pools. Here we would have been able to do it in no time. We splash people with
because
pools.
I know more about you, but I was always, when I was a kid, I was always sitting there going like this to your friends in the pool.
Serial record breaker David Rush said he attempted the record multiple times over the course of 5 years, but his attempts were frequently disqualified for reasons including his pitcher of water moving slightly and using a non-approved surface. I'd like to see what the adjudicators find as in
what is an approved surface? Yeah.
Rush had to use only his hands to transfer water from a bucket to a pitcher placed 1 meter, 3.28 feet away. He successfully took the record by transferring 3,323 milliliters, which is 112.4 ounces, from one container to the other in the allotted 30 seconds.
I drank that much soda.
I know, on your way back from Prescott today, or Payson?
Yeah, no, it was coffee.
So this title brought his total of concurrently held records to 174. He's now on, his quest is now one closer to make it to 181.
So we're at six away for the tie, and 7 away from breaking it. So
Silvio Saba.
So
come out of the darkness.
Yeah, come on, Silvio. I want some stories on you. Now, of course, so since Rush is on his mad dash to beat Silvio, last episode we talked about his juggling.
And obviously he does that pretty well because this time he blindfoldedly juggled on a balance board.
I would fall and break my neck.
It's a good thing it wasn't eggs, or
Yeah.
you'd have egg all over your face. Wait a minute.
Yeah. All right.
We're tired, folks. Serial record breaker David Rush returned to his juggling roots to retake the Guinness World Record for most juggling catches.
There he is juggling. It's a picture of him juggling. He's on a balancing board, is blindfolded, and
Yep. He was the original holder of the record after his initial total of 77 beat the Guinness World Record's minimum of 50, but his record was later taken by another juggler who managed 159 catches before losing balance. That dude's got to be autistic or something, as much as...
balance.
Yeah.
Balance.
Balance is key, David's son. Rush retook the record with 13-16, but the same rival took it back with 17-17.
Danielson.
I know, but his name's David. Come on, man. Rush has now claimed the record for a third time with 2,346 catches. Wow. This record marks Rush's... I know, where's... No.
Go on.
No applause? The record... The record marks Rush's 175th concurrently held Guinness World Records title, now only 5 away from tying Silvio Saba at 180 and
6 away from
taking the title at 181.
So when we join you guys on the next episode, I'm sure he will be 2 to 3 closer.
Yeah, unless Silvio, get off your butt, Silvio. Jeez.
I mean, Silvio needs to start finding out there's people about ready to, that old David's going to come up and get him.
Yep.
Well, on that note, everybody, I think we've come to the end of our show today.
It's not a corporate light show. Yeah.
Anyways, with that being said, we have the music. I hear it coming in the background. It's like a lullaby. Anyways, don't forget to like, subscribe, click the little bell button, and get notifications, updates. Get our shorts. We're on all social media platforms: Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook. Did I miss any? Oh, X. Anyways, we're at the Talking Gruse.
As a DJ friend of mine once used to say, good night, Felicia.
All right. Good night, everybody.
We'll see you next time.
You have a good night.